Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to morEwish cuisine. We are just entering into holiday season and something with crispy graham cracker crust with gooey caramel center and yummy coffee chocolate topping is perfect to satisfy our winter craving. So let's go and see what we need for this recipe. So first step is to make our graham cracker crust. For that we need graham cracker, sugar and some butter. Then I'll be using this cooking spray to grease my baking pan. And today I'm using 9-inch spring foam pan. So first I grease my pan with this cooking spray. You can use butter as well. So just spray on the sides and at the bottom. Then I line with wax paper or parchment paper. So today I'm using 9-inch round pan, but you can use square shaped pan as well. So first preheat the oven to 350 degrees or 180 degrees centigrade. And now for the crust, combine graham crackers in a bowl of food processor with some sugar. And then process this mixture until it resembles fine breadcrumbs. And then add the melted butter. It should be melted but at a room temperature. And then start blending again until the mixture forms into clumps. Now spread the mixture into the bottom of your prepared pan. Press gently to form an even layer. You can use back of any cup or back of the spoon and then press to form an even layer. Now it's time to bake your crust. Place the pan on a baking sheet and bake for 10 to 12 minutes until the crust is golden. I forgot to put it on a baking sheet and that was my biggest mistake. My bottom of the oven was full greasy. So don't forget that. So when your crust is completely done, just bring it out and let it rest for 15 minutes. And until then, let's go and start our second layer. And for that I have some brown sugar, some butter, I'll be using heavy whipping cream, some water and candy thermometer. If you don't have one, you don't have to worry about it. I'll show you how to make this caramel without candy thermometer. So first in a saucepan add whipping cream, brown sugar, water and then add a stick of butter. Now bring this mixture over to the stove. Turn on the heat on a medium 4 to 5 and then start stirring until everything is completely melted and you have a smooth mixture. And then stick your candy thermometer to the pot and bring the mixture to a boil and start cooking without stirring. You don't need to stir until a candy thermometer registers 240 degrees, which takes about 5 to 7 minutes. So just hang in there, don't stir and wait. Now for those who doesn't have a candy thermometer, drop some candy into cold water. If the candy forms a soft flexible ball, it is at a temperature in between somewhere 235 to 240 degrees Fahrenheit or at the soft ball stage, and that's what we want for this recipe. Now very carefully pour the caramel over the warm crust and let it cool for 20 minutes and then put it in the freezer until it's firm, which takes about 10 to 12 minutes, and then we're gonna make our third and very last layer. And for that I have some heavy whipping cream, some chocolate chips and espresso or a coffee powder. So for my chocolate chips, I was out of chocolate chips, so I mixed mini and regular size, and then I add these chocolate chips into my whipping cream and then transfer your bowl over a pan of simmering water and then start stirring and cook until the chocolate has melted and completely mixed with the whipping cream, and this process will take about 3 to 4 minutes. Now it's time to add our espresso or coffee powder into our chocolate and cream mixture and whisk until you have a smooth chocolatey ganache. Now it's time to remove the pan from the freezer and then pour the chocolate mixture over the caramel layer and then smooth it with the help of spatula. And now this will go back again into the fridge for at least 1 hour or until it's completely firm. Now after an hour or two, when your dessert is completely settled, allow the layers to come to the room temperature for about like 30 minutes. Using a warm but slightly wet knife, carefully cut around the edges of the dessert and then release the sides of the pan. If you can, just remove the paper from the bottom as well and then transfer it in onto the cutting board. And then again, using a wet and warm knife, carefully cut into 1.5 by half inch square bars. You can store them in an airtight covered plastic container, keep them in the fridge, or you can leave them at a room temperature as well. They are perfect as a hostess gift. That's what I did. So I used this fancy tray and covered it with the doily, and then I transferred these bar on it. I used a plastic wrap to wrap these and then tie a ribbon to make it look beautiful. So what better gift to give this holiday season than one that can be eaten? This small thoughtful gift is a good way to thank a hostess. With a crispy graham cracker crust with gooey caramel center and yummy chocolate topping. If you're trying this recipe at home, please don't forget to take a picture and send me on Facebook, Twitter, or on Instagram and on Snapchat as well. And if you want to learn something else, let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I try to make it happen for you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this recipe, don't forget to click on the links to enjoy more recipes like this.